Um, 22 months ago, my wife died suddenly. We have 3 kids. I have 19 now, and Patrick is 16, and a little girl, Katie, who's 7. And we've always been a very happy family, and we still have love and joy in our lives, especially little Katie gives us so much joy.
She suffers the least, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's the one that is just so full of fun and life and...
And mom.
I'm sorry?
And mom.
I didn't catch you there.
Full of mom.
Yes.
Because in her joy, she can connect with the vibration where mother is. In your pain, you can't.
Yeah, and that's one of my difficulties is that she springs into each day full of happiness, and I don't always have that. And I want to for her, and I haven't been able to connect with my wife. I had an amazing experience the day of the funeral when I was thinking about the Mass and all of that, and Katie being present, and I didn't want to deny her the opportunity to be present. She was only 5. So I said to her, I was about to say it to her actually, talk to her about it, and she actually came to me, and Geraldine's physical body was in the house at the time, and she said to me, she said, Dad, I've been thinking about this Mass today, and I'm not sure I'm going to go. This is a 5-year-old. And I said, well, ask Ma'am what the right thing to do is, Katie. And she looked at me with her big blue eyes and said, I already have. And I said, what did she say? And she said, don't go. And that would have been what Geraldine wouldn't have wanted her there with such sadness. I suppose what I'm struggling with is, I lost my mother then in January, just gone by. So 2 people that I was connected with emotionally gone within 18 months. And I just want to be able to, I suppose, be present for my kids. And the word joy was mentioned so often here today, that I have a positive outlook in life despite what's happened. I have a lot of anger about what's happened and why it happened. But I want my daughter to have the joy of growing up my 2 boys had when they were her age, with Geraldine and I, summers and all of that. And I'm struggling to be the dad I want to be.
Well, there are a number of things that we want to give you. First, we want to say to you that, and we don't want you to take this the wrong way, so don't. But parenting is highly overrated. Because if you are a really attentive parent, that means you are scrutinizing what your children are doing, and you are aware of where they are in relationship to where they want to be. And often they come to sort of resent you about that. And we want you to realize that your children are extensions of source energy, and that the most important relationship is the relationship with their source. And so, wrong as it sounds for us to say to you, your children will have a better opportunity to discover this relationship with their mother having made her transition than if she hadn't. We still must say it, because even your little girl, now isn't this an interesting thing? This little girl, in her innocence, and meaning in her lack of beating the drum that older people have been beating. She actually understood on deep levels that there was no separation between the physical and the non-physical, and actually had a conversation with her mother. Don't you think that is a wonderful thing? In other words, recognizing that there is no separation. These things we are sure about. As time passes, you will feel better. Not because you are forgetting, but because life will distract you from the details of that. And when we talk about this despair or this grief, we don't think that there is a darker or more uncomfortable place to go. And we think that anger was actually something that you were coaxed to. In other words, we think an anger about how this would happen or why this would happen is a really healthy step in the right direction, because in that anger you feel less pain, really you do, than in that grief. We are not going to say to you that it is possible for you to bring yourself to a place of now replicating what you had exactly before, because life is constantly changing. But we will say to you that this contrasting experience has caused you to put something in vibrational escrow, that when you lift off of this grief, and it is our promise to you that you will discover an alignment with something bigger and better than what you think you have lost. And you can't even hear that right now. But we will tell you that your partner who has made her transition is rooting for that in a powerful way. You see, your little one was able to just sort of innately find that alignment. You're going to have to work for it a little bit because it feels more foreign to you. But when you do, you will discover the deliciousness of it as well. So in the meantime, these are the things that if we were standing in your physical shoes that we would say, I'm beginning to accept or want to accept that there is a larger part of us that is swirling, and I can feel the eternalness of that. And I know that this relationship is an eternal relationship. And we want to say to you emphatically that because of this experience that is part of that contrast that we ask about at the beginning of every gathering, are you enjoying the contrast of your time and place? And you all sometimes want to spit at us because you're so not enjoying this contrast. We want you to hear us when we say that this contrast that feels so off is truly what is putting something into your vibrational escrow that at one time you will appreciate fully. We're not kidding you about that. The best part about it, and we know it's hard to find from where you stand any best part in that, it's causing you to look to your relationship with non-physical. So this departure, this what feels like too soon of departure of someone you cared about, is causing you to turn your attention to non-physical. And as you do, you're going to discover not only a continuing relationship with your love, but a relationship with who you are that we don't see you having gained access to if it had not been for that experience. And once that realignment is complete, not only will your pain be gone, but your understanding of all of this will be complete. It will be shown to you again and again and again and again and again and again and again.
Can I say something about that? Just
yes.
It seems from what you say there that it's about me. When I think of my wife, Geraldine, and she was the most loving person, compassionate. She never had a bad word to say about anybody. And she had a little daughter that she's been taken away from, and 2 boys. And I find that is the agony for me.
We understand that, but let us tell you the story from our point of view. So here is this wonderful person who was a pure positive energy being who has come into pure positive energy again, even more fully. In other words, so often there is the assumption that when someone makes their transition, they must have been in a place of strong resistance. And we want to say that that death experience was just the path of least resistance and came into alignment with something that she had set forth even before her birth or your coming together or the birth of your children, that goes like this. There are huge segments of the population who are being born now, who are coming with determination to live life in a way that is non-conforming from the way most would say they want to, in order to provide an atmosphere where an understanding of who you really are can be fostered at an earlier age. We're not kidding you about this. And so who this woman was, as you were describing her from her physical format, we want to describe her from her non-physical format. She is a being who understood the power and clarity of not only you, but of her children, and wanted them to find the deliciousness and independence of their personal alignment, and an early weaning from mother is a precise way to do that. Now, don't freak out and get all worried about this, because we're not encouraging all mothers to croak early and leave their children in places of unsettlement. We're not talking about that. We just want you to understand that your children and you, but especially your children, because that's what your greatest concern is, have the resources to reconnect with who they really are. And your wife wanted them to discover the power of connecting with who they are rather than connecting with who she was in a physical format. And when children have that experience and do that, the message that they impart and the gift that they give to the world is a very, very big gift. You have become an interdependent people where so much of what you care about and feel is dependent upon what somebody else does, and it's sucking you away from the power of who you are. And so there are those of you who are coming forth with decisions that don't set right with you. In other words, many of you say, well, if I'd known that, I wouldn't have played that game. And we say, yes, you would have, because at the core of who you are, you wanted that bigger benefit. You did. We're just going to throw out some choices to you, and just say what you think. There's no right or wrong answer here. We just want to give you some perspective here. Do you, and it may feel obvious and annoying, but we're going to do it anyway. Would you rather see your Katie sure of who she is, or looking for someone to tell her who she is?
Sure of who
Obvious,
she is.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Would you rather see her discover her clarity and personal strength early in life or later in life?
Early in life.
Do you believe that a contrasting experience causes a powerful wanting?
A contrasting experience?
Yeah. Do you believe that wanting is born out of contrast?
Yes.
Do you believe that Katie ever felt lonely?
No, she hasn't felt lonely.
Not so much. How are the older boys doing?
The oldest boy, he said, I had a dream last night, and Mom was in the dream, and she took me by the hand, and she walked me back through our wonderful memories. And he said that was just lovely for me. I couldn't believe when he said that. And so I've stopped trying to get them. They're
Good.
playing sports, they're with their friends.
They are not only coping, they are doing well in this. And the greatest discomfort that we feel around all of this is your worrying about how they are doing, and of course your own sense of loss. So we're going to give you some words that are coming directly forth from your partner. She has some things she would like to say to you. The most significant is no worries, but there is something underlying that is very strong that sounds something like buck up.
You sure there's a bee there, yeah?
And no responsibility to hold anything as it was, because things are moving forward too fast. So don't make the memory of what was any dominant place, because that holds you from where you're going, and that would defy the whole intention of all of this. So this was to be a bouncing off place, not a pulling back place. And so all is well, watching what you're doing, eager about what's coming, happy with everything that is seen, nice to visit. Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Ready for your dream. Get ready for your dream. Get ready for your dream. You will like it. Your personal dream and conversation, a lot will come into alignment.
Thank you. Thanks very much.